Hey, welcome back. Today I want to show you another version of that classic trick, oil and water. Now I say another version because I already have two versions of that trick on this channel, and I'll link to them in the comments below. Oil and water is the trick where you mix red and black cards together, alternating them, and then they magically separate. So if I already have two versions of that trick on this channel, why am I adding a third? Well, it's because there's something you can do with this version that you can't do with the other two. Let me explain. In this trick, the black cards represent oil, and I'll be removing them from a blue back deck. And I'm only going to need four. 1, 2, 3, 4. These four will do. In addition to the four black cards, we're going to need some red cards. Now in this trick, the red cards represent water, and I'll be removing them from a red back deck. We need four of those also. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's a total of 8 cards. Now that's a lot of cards to remember. But don't worry, you don't have to remember the value of the cards. You just have to remember that the black cards have blue backs and that the red cards have red backs. And I use a little mnemonic to help me keep that straight in my head, and it goes like this. Black and blue, red is red. So black and blue helps me remember that the black cards have blue backs. And of course, red is kind of self-explanatory, that red cards have red backs. Now, as I mentioned before, you don't have to remember or memorize the faces or the values of the cards. But if you have a good memory and you want to do it, you could remember that I have a king and a 4 and a 5 and a 6. It's not necessary. Trust me. All you need to do is remember red is red and black and blue. Now that I've drilled that into our heads, let's get started mixing the cards. And we'll start with a red card, followed by a black card, another red card, followed by another black card, and we'll keep alternating red and black, red and black. So there can be no doubt that the cards are mixed. But if I give them just a second to settle down, the red cards separate from the black cards. What's that you say? Do it again. I thought you'd never ask. So we have the 4 red cards and the 1, 2, 3, 4 black cards. And we're going to mix them again, starting with a red card, followed by a black card, another red card, followed by another black card, and we'll just continue that way with red, black, red, and black. But if we give the cards a moment to settle down, they separate into the 4 reds and the 4 blacks. Now, dare I do this again? Yes, I dare. But I'll do it more slowly this time, making it easier for you to follow. Look, we'll take a black and a red pair, another black and red pair, or you could say a blue back and red back, blue back and red back. Now there can be no doubt that these cards alternate both on the face and on the back. Now I've been doing this trick for a while, and people come up with 2 theories that they think they know how it's done. Of course, they're wrong. But I'd like to talk to you about those 2 theories for a second to show you why they're wrong. The first theory they have is the extra card theory. They think that I'm using more than 8 cards and that I'm hiding cards behind other cards. But as you can see, that's just one card. This is a single card. This is an individual card. And this is a solitary card. This is a lone card. This card is over here all by itself. This card is on this side of the table. And this card, well, let's just say it's less than 2 cards. As you can see, there's no more than 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that takes us to the second theory. They call that the displacement theory. There are some people who believe that I'm so good with my hands that when I push the cards together, I add more pressure to the black cards, less pressure to the red cards, and make them separate. I can't do that. And to prove that I'm not doing that, I won't even touch the cards. I'll use the 2 card boxes to push the cards together. Just like so. That's close enough. But if I give them a second to do their thing, we get the 4 black cards followed by the 4 red cards. And that's what's known as the Technicolor Oil and Water.